All right, so you already know the deal. You know what I mean? Like, click, and subscribe. Do all that. We about to get into it. So this next Netflix flick is called Only, and I'm gonna advise y'all now. I mean, if you're still feeling some type of way about COVID-19 and you're still like, you have, distress about that situation or whatever like that, then this might not be the movie for you to watch. But I'll explain it to you, and get the detail. Okay, so Only is a sci-fi thriller, basically about a couple that must endure a self-imposed quarantine and elude authorities after a mysterious virus proves lethal to the world's female population. All right, so basically this is supposed to be a worldwide epidemic, but for the sake of the story, it's based on two people, the guy named Will and a girl named Eva. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, so this vial is important because of this. It's to try to determine who has this certain disease that's been going around, a certain type of affiliation, a certain type of sickness. It lets you know if it's clear, then that's good. If it's indigo, that means it's bad. That means you contaminated or you have infected with this HNV21 thing that's going around the situation. All right, so throughout the movie, they give these news reports about what exactly is going on, and they say something about comets hitting, like comets are passing by the earth and the ashes are, being dumped on the earth. Now, apparently these ashes are giving out this disease that is like killing, like basically killing the women population on the planet. And it's kind of weird. It's like, now guys can't be killed by this disease, or not that I know of, but they can be carriers. You know what I'm saying? So technically that's when they're trying to figure out who has this disease, who doesn't. They actually have vials and things to test out both genders or whatever for who is carrying this disease. So you've had police coming in or people of authority, whatever, trying to check anywhere to see if any females, if anybody's been harboring any females, to the point where it's like, yeah, they're putting up $1 to $2 million bounties to figure out who can turn in females, so they can keep the population going and things like that. But you never know exactly what they're going to be doing with this testing and whatever situation, what I mean, the testing and stuff that's going on down there. We don't feel like it's really legit, but we get the situation that they're in. So, our boy Will is going to do everything to keep his girl hidden. Now you got this room right here where there's a bunch of pictures in the background. I'll attempt to explain that in just a second. So he's been able to make sure that she was safe for about 400 days or whatever about that. The quarantine, the population is like 11 million women have died from this situation. So the significance of the pictures is she went to this website to find out a place where people were safe or whatever. And it was about 131 victims that she was actually typing into the internet to get across to or whatever. Those are all the victims that died. Before they died, they sent pictures to her. All the victims of the victims, all the people on the wall are victims of the people that she was talking to that have died within the last 400 days during the pandemic of the hospital that she was talking to or the people she was talking to through computer. It's crazy. Now they've gone to some supermarkets or whatever, you got to get your food or whatever. Some of the food is free. Some of them they're paying money or cost or whatever, depending on where you're at and what the situation is. Yeah, so it's not like anybody's working at these stores. I'm just assuming that people that get out or are able to get out are just getting stuff for free. So it's like, I started getting confused because I was like, well, if the government is trying to, put out, bounties to get like between $1 million to $2 million to get females there, it's like, what are they going to use the money for? They can pretty much get everything for free at this point. So I'm like, kind of skeptical on that. So throughout the movie, it flashbacks through different times. I mean, it goes back into the hours and the days leading up to the 400 days that they've been, trying to help each other or try to make sure they stay safe. Yeah, you can tell certain levels of it that are brighter are definitely flashbacks when it turns like monochrome or whatever. That you can tell is based on in real time. So, Will is trying to do everything to make sure Ava survives. But, after 400 days, after a certain time frame, it's been like a year and a month, anybody's going to get tired of, trying to be stuck in a situation they can't get out of, especially seeing all these deaths or hearing about it in the news. And then like people being quarantined, they're basically trading females' lives to keep the population going. It's going to tend to weigh a toll on you. So basically, if these females get infected by what's going on, they'll probably have, I think they have at least 4 or 5 days to even survive it. So it's like, wow. So Ava's always talked about going back to this waterfall that they went to on a trip or whatever. So at this point in the movie, as you can see, she has her mask off. She basically just said, forget it, breathed. She was breathing in the air and basically let Will know, like, shoot, I'd rather just go ahead and deal with it, deal with the stuff. So basically at this point in the movie, it's like on the 400 day and they ended up going to the spot so she can go to a waterfall. Basically telling us like, yo, if I'm going to die, I want to be at the spot that's the most happiest time with her significant other. You know what I'm saying? So, and you have the last scene in the movie where after everything they've been through, they're right there by the waterfall, and she likes to take pictures, so therefore she's just taking pictures with her, and that's pretty much the last scene in the movie. I mean, I guess I don't know if I wanted to compare this movie, I would compare it to movies like Contagion or something like that, or possibly a movie like, well, I shouldn't go so far as the Ginobili Diaries or like the Ginobili Projects, I guess, but I don't know, maybe like 28 Days Later or something. I would say this, I mean, if you don't have a weak constitution and you're not depressed about the COVID, the climate that's going on in the world, I say give it a watch only on Netflix. There you go. It's your boy, Jim Slickdeezy out the Heezy Mr. And we out.